Hello, welcome to Mystics Spilling the Tea.
I'm Ashwani, Southern Fried Psychics.
I'm Leslie Hall, the Purple Rose Psychic,
And I'm Nickelle with Rising Digital.
and we are the Mystics
Spilling the tea.
Our subject tonight is animals and their way that they communicate and how they respond to us and some of the spirits with them.
I love it. Because, I got a dog. You have dogs. Nickelle, do you have a dog?
I do have a dog.
We all have dogs. We're all dog girls, dog
I have
moms.
four dogs.
Four.
Four
Holy
dogs.
moly.
Yeah, four dogs.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's kind of cool though.
Yeah.
I like having a lot of dogs. I mean,
I get that.
yeah. The thing about a dog is they really respond to your emotions.
Yes.
As y'all were saying, that happened the other night. You want to tell us about it?
No. Yes.
No.
No.
Yes, I do. Yeah. So Ashwani came with us to take my mom out for Christmas light watching,
And your daughter.
and my daughter Z, and she brought Pixie, her dog, and I always get really nervous right before I see my mom. So she's in the latter stages of dementia, and so it's always kind of up in the air of how it's going to go. So I was full of nerves, and we were in the car, and Pixie, who is normally very calm and chill, could not sit still, right? And so I'll let you take it from there as far as what you were picking up with that.
She was just absorbing your anxious moments, because I would never want you to stake claim to, I suffer from anxiety, because I used to do that.
Yeah.
But thanks to Mel Robbins, love that woman. She's like, define it as I'm having an anxious moment, and you're going to work through that.
Yes.
Instead of allowing not only that diagnosis or that energy to
Label.
define you. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. But you are just saying, this is in this moment. I'm gonna work through this moment.
Yeah.
And I loved that from her and I knew something was up with her, and I figured it was, but I didn't make a big deal out of it. What I was just trying to do was control her, because I swear it's like she wanted to jump out the window, and the windows were up.
It was that intense.
They were not down. She just was like,
Nickelle.
she was beside herself, just crazy energy.
Sit still. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, it could have been not only your energy, but your mom's.
Yeah.
That could have also been because that's the thing is when you're in a room with a dog or dogs, it's not just one person that they'll pick up. They'll pick up the whole group.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, that is true.
so yeah, it might not have just been yours.
All right. Well, good.
See, there you
Okay.
go.
I'll take it.
You just own that. It wasn't yours.
It wasn't.
Take it and run with it.
Somebody else.
But yeah, animals are very receptive and they respond to our emotions really to where they can come and comfort you whenever you're having some bad days and things.
And she's always done that. She's never been a typical dog. She hates the dog park because other dogs makes her anxious, because neighbor dogs, when we lived in Denver, she got attacked 4 separate times. Dogs not on their leash. And so she was always defensive. Well, now that she's blind, that part's a blessing, because she can't see the other dogs. So she doesn't get on the defense. And, she's always been able to pick up energy. She's been my little empath, my little starseed gift dog kind of thing, because she's always done that. And she doesn't play with dog toys. She just wants to be held and be loved. She's always been that way.
They do pick up all of your energy as well as you can pick up on their energy. Because I do animal communications, and as such, I can actually look at a photograph and describe some of the characteristics that the dog has. Or it's interesting because usually people come to me when their dog isn't feeling very well, and so they're like, what's going on? And a lot of times I can feel what's happening with the dog. I'm like, oh, they hurt their hip, or oh, they did this. But one of the things I learned today, which I thought was really interesting,
Lay it on me.
is that you can do Reiki
Oh, yeah.
on dogs.
Oh, yeah. She loves it from other people. She won't let mama do it.
So what
I
I'd
know.
heard was this group had gone and they were doing Reiki on pit bulls that had been used for fighting dogs. and we're able to give them some calmness in their life to make them more adoptable.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I thought that was really
yeah.
interesting. So I'm dying to try that. I mean, I got Reiki, but I don't really do it that much on people or anything like that.
Yeah.
But to do it on an animal, I would be down.
I tell you, it'll blow your mind. Go to either a zoo or I did it right after I think it was right after my master attunement. I was still living in Texas before I moved to Colorado. And I went to the wildlife animal sanctuary.
In
I think they're out
Glimmer's?
in like wherever they are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
out there a little ways.
Yeah.
And I'd gone out there and I got to, through the fence, was doing Reiki on the big cats. And they would just come up to the
Wow.
fence. And at first they'd kind of snarl a little bit, just like a little bit. And then they would calm down. And then they'd start that purring really loud. Then they'd go lay down. It was wild. I loved it.
That would be amazing. So, for those who don't know what Reiki is, let's talk about what Reiki is, because a lot of times
good
we
idea.
use terms that we just throw out there, and I'm sure people are on the backside going, "What was that all about?" So, and you don't have to Google it. Let me help you.
There we go.
There we go. So, Reiki is a way for you to exchange energy. I do it with, again, I meditate to the white light, and then I take that energy, and it flows through me and flows through my hands. And it's a way to exchange energy. I did it recently with a man who I'd done a tarot reading for, and I had him lay his hands out in front of me, and I put mine over his about 7 inches, and I'm like, "Okay, do you feel that ball of fire between us?" And he was like, "Yes." So after a while, I took my hands back, and I said, "So did you feel the fire?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Now feel my hands." He's like, "Your hands are ice cold." I'm like, "Yeah." Because the fire energy just came through me. I'm still cold because I was cold in the store anyway that day. So it was really interesting to see that it's really, it's not me, it's that energy flowing through me. And so that energy can do a lot for someone. It can help them with releasing things that they have carried with them. It helps them open up their chakras. It helps them with just some pains, even aches and pains it can help them with. And it can also provide just some support. You got anything to add to that on the Reiki side? Come on, girl.
Yeah, because being a Reiki master teacher, I got my master attunement in 2010. And so it's when I was still a massage therapist before I had retired. After 20 years of my body going, "Lady, we're done." But, keep on with the Reiki because it's not really exhausting to me. You're a vessel and you allow that energy to channel through you. And everybody says it's what Jesus did when he laid hands on people. He was giving them Reiki. It's love for another person, place, or thing, because you don't always just have to stick to animals or people. You can do it for the world.
Yes. And you can do it through, you don't have to be there with the person. There are other people who can actually do it through Zoom or through the phone. But I am one who I like to be there doing it. I haven't done it through phone or Zoom. How about you? Have you?
I have, mostly because I get a lot of people who be like, "Can you pray for me?" Or "Can you, send me love and Reiki? Can you send this? Can you?" So prayers a lot of times really is Reiki, especially if, you're praying for, "Hey, Barbara, hope you have a very successful surgery. May the surgeon's hands just flow and go and know what to do and be, and may you have a swift, beautiful recovery."
Yeah.
That's basically you're sending them Reiki through your prayers.
Yeah, through your prayers. How about you, Nickelle? Have you ever had Reiki?
I don't think. Oh, well, I say that. No, I guess I have. We went to, what was that? The place. Sorry, I'm getting closer.
Close the
To
tiny
the
dancer.
microphone and the answer. Which is, what was the name of that?
I thought you were going to say, what was the question?
What was the question?
What was the question
Where am
again,
I?
Leslie?
No, I can't. So
I'll take the
yes, the
question
answer
for
is
200,
yes.
Alec.
I have. We went to my friend Jennifer's house, and she, we all closed our. I just remember it was we were being very trusting, and I told her about this later because she wasn't my friend at the time. At the time, she was a lady that I met at one of the psychic fairs. And I started seeing her post her stuff. I followed her. And one of the things was like, hey, pay to come and do a thing at night. And I can't remember what it was. But it was just funny because you had to come and bring not a mattress, bring a blanket
and a yoga mat
of some sort.
Yeah.
But I brought my friend Kevin with me, and we were walking. He was like, so you've met these people, because it was at their house.
Oh yeah, that's
and we were going, and we didn't realize we were going into a neighborhood, and then we were like, oh,
and we went to the hood,
and it was a normal neighborhood, but we started walking up, and he was like, so you know them, right? And I was like, no. And I was like, I met them.
I just met them at the grocery store yesterday.
But it was very trusting because we had to like put on, they had us cover our masks. Yeah. I'm like, we could just be robbed right now.
Wow. That is trusting.
And very.
But
I didn't feel
Reiki is something that really it can transform, and it helps people with a lot of people who have blocks.
Oh yeah.
Just some mental blocks that come up. And it's one of the things that can also reset them. If you've had like a lot of stress going on, is something that can reset. And so you can also reset animals. And so that's the reason why was like just so excited about it, because there are a lot of animals that have gone through abusive situations. And if Reiki can help make them more adoptable, then I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Tell me who, tell me where, tell me when.
And it could definitely help, like Nickelle, prime example. When you have those anxious moments, literally just go within and give love to yourself. That's basically a form of Reiki. I'm one of those that, now I don't believe you have to have like a level 1 attunement in order to just understand what Reiki is. It's just loving flow. Yeah. Self-love is what level 1 is all about, is you have to learn for yourself first. Once you've mastered that, it usually takes 21 to 31 days to really master level 1. Then level 2 is all about working with others. And then level 3 or master is just increasing your conduit. If you don't want to be a master, meaning you don't want to teach it, that's level 3. Okay. If you want to teach it, then it's Reiki master. And then Reiki master teacher, which is what I am, is I teach other masters how to teach it.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's your difference.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've just had Reiki 1 and 2. That's where I stop at this point, because that's not really where my passion is most of the time. But it is great to have, because that 1 and 2 can help animals, or that 1 and 2 can help anyone.
Yep.
But let me ask some other questions about, like, we all have spirit animals. So, and I've been on a shamanic journey with you, and I've met my spirit animal. Yeah. And so my question is for those that haven't met theirs, what do you suggest they do besides come to a shamanic journey?
Well, they can it's an individual session, so it's a power animal retrieval. For some people, it's a totem, and the basic difference is that a totem animal is usually one that stays with you your whole life, just like a primary guide, versus a animal like retrieval. Sometimes they're just temporary, and they will sometimes go bye-bye if you don't feed them and nourish them with your time, attention, and energy. So I got a new one, I think it was last week, so I was totally excited. And this one's a totem animal, so it'll be with me always. So I'm really excited for that.
Now, how do you know it's a totem animal?
They told me the difference. So I literally asked, I'm like, okay, because I was in a shamanic journey with other advanced practitioners. So it's something that we do for ourselves so that we keep doing this other work, obviously, practice what we preach. And I love it because they call it Sunday Fun Day, and it really is a lot of fun with fellow spiritual people. And in this journey, I said, okay, now I want to be clear. Are you a power animal? And I got real clear. No, I'm totem. I've been with you before. I'm with you again in this life, and I'll probably be with you always.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It's like, wow. And then, of course, you have to challenge yourself not to get in your head, because it felt more like clear, like complete sentences. But no, it was...
Yeah, that's where things get wonky.
Right. And so I have to keep my ego in check, and then just be like, kind of test it again and be like, okay, is this what it is? Is this true? Is this whatever? So I'm happy to have Raven because I started getting Raven medicine when I went to the UK in 2023. So,
So, what is your totem animal?
Raven.
It's a raven? Okay. Have you met an animal yet? That's your spirit guide?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this year has really been the hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just seems like it's come around a lot whenever I finally found a place of peace, of like, this is a safe place. I started to see them a lot more.
That's good.
Yeah.
And
That's
birds of prey are
interesting.
messengers.
Yeah.
So usually they have a message for you. So it'd be really fun to find out, is that a power animal that has, temporary, like maybe just this life, or is that a totem animal that'll be with you your entire life? Or is that just some bird medicine you need in this moment? So that's what's fun for me, is to bring that clarity to somebody so they actually know kind of that purpose for what that animal's showing up in your life for.
Is Pixie anxious because of me again?
No, probably.
She thinks we're
just had
having
a bone.
party.
I know.
She
She
thought
actually looks like
was
she's having a blast
party.
this time.
She's like, these party people.
Yeah. She loves a combined energy, but she just had a bone, so she's probably looking for the water bowl.
Today's the best.
And being blind, she can't always tell.
She's so like, Leslie's Uggs look like water bowls. So one of my spirit animals is Pegasus.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, which is really interesting because he gives me yes or no's.
Yeah.
And that's really what he's here for, is my yes or no's. And so I use him whenever I'm asking yes or no questions. And the other thing I use him for is, you're going to just crack up at this, that when I meditate sometimes, I really like to fly when I meditate.
Yes.
Joy would love that.
I love to fly when I meditate. And I have flown, Pegasus lets me fly on his back. And so he'll fly me around if I'm not going to fly by myself. So Pegasus will pick me up and let me fly. And it's just the best feeling when I'm meditating with him. And he just takes good care of me. And and the breeze I can feel, and I can feel and I can see everything below me and see, it's kind of like going into the universe in a different way for me. And so it's an interesting thing to be able to be on the back of a horse that's flying. I mean, so I don't know if he's here forever or if he's here just for the short time, but
Did you say it was a power animal or a totem?
I think he's a power animal. I don't think he's a totem.
And what's the difference, ladies?
Power animal is usually most of the time they're like a temporary guide kind of thing. Kind of like when I've referenced in a past episode, you have a primary guide and you have a temporary guide. They're usually temporary, but temporary could be 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, kind of thing, versus a totem is usually your entire life. Like that's part of your medicine.
Okay.
See, and I just really think that it's probably just a power animal right now.
Yeah.
I have a couple of ideas as to a totem animal, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I love it.
They come and they, might let me know, but I haven't played around with it as much as I should.
Don't should yourself.
Well, we all think that, but
yeah.
But the animals bring a lot to the metaphysical world.
Yeah,
if you think about it, the birds being messengers are all about the messengers. Fish being the flow, continuing with the flow of things.
And water transmutes.
Yes, and so give us one. Give us one.
What, an animal?
Yeah, that transcends into the metaphysical world of like. The phoenix is obviously rising from the ashes.
I'll tell you, like, an example, when I got my very first power animal, I was still in my basics training. So I did 2 years of basics and 3 years of advanced training. And in my early days, I'd say this is probably the first year, one of the practitioners I was learning basics from did an animal retrieval with me. And she saw the disappointment on face. She goes, are you disappointed of what the animal was you got? And I'm like, well, kind of. I was expecting like a tiger or an elephant or a gorilla, something big and huge. So that is a misconception that a lot of people have.
Because,
but it's a raccoon, and raccoons are about when you need to
Very
wear a
smart.
mask, very intelligent. And when they get their hands wet, it's not to clean their hands and clean the food. It makes the dexterity and the feelings in their hands intensify tenfold so that they feel everything through their hands, which is totally what I do.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because you bring up raccoon, and I do know that the raccoon was one of mine when I was a teenager. I do know that. So it's funny, yeah. But the thing about there's ones that, like the snakes are all about transformation because you think about the snakes shedding their skin. And same thing with dragonflies. And so
I love dragonflies. Fairy kingdom.
You start seeing some of the butterflies. You saw, what did you see in Oklahoma?
Oh, the ladybug.
Yeah, and that's one that's all about the
Yeah, and that was inside a hotel room.
Oh,
What
it
were we
sure
on the
was.
fourth floor?
Fourth floor. Can
On
you
the
believe
curtain
that?
On the
inside the
curtain
hotel room.
inside
I
the-
remember
yeah.
that.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
so odd that there would be a ladybug inside the hotel room.
You can't
on the
make this
fourth
stuff
floor.
up.
You
I
cannot
love
make
it.
this stuff up. And so these are the things that we start looking at as animals in a different light when you're in the metaphysical world.
Yeah.
Because you never know what you start looking at them and you start realizing there is information with
There's a
them. And there's
reason.
also some synchronicities that happen with them when you start seeing them. When my husband was recently in the hospital, every time I went, there was a dragonfly that landed on my windshield. He was there for 21 days, and every time there was a dragonfly that would land on my windshield.
Oh, I love that.
And so it's just one of those things that lets you know that there are people and guides and all kinds of things, and they're using animals and they're using insects and all kinds of reptiles and everything to really draw your attention to the fact that a guide might not appear the way you think they should.
Right.
That your connection with animals is more than just feeding a dog, letting them out. You have a bigger connection than what you think.
Oh, yeah, and they choose us just like we choose
They
them.
do.
Sometimes they
do.
choose us before we choose them. So
Yes, they
that
do.
was Pixie.
Yeah, they do. And
Little
I have a
sweetie.
friend who literally, I kid you not, I was at my mom's house and she was still alive, and this dog like just knocked on the door. I mean, literally knocked on the door. And I went to the door. My mom already had 2 dogs, and I opened up the door, and this dog just walked in like, hey, I'm supposed to be here.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa.
And it was a Maltese that had
Aw.
not been groomed in probably, oh my gosh, it was so horribly bad.
Aw.
And it was clearly mistreated and everything. So I looked around for its owner, took it, got it, but it was interesting because I felt like that dog found us on purpose. I went and got the dog groomed, and a friend of mine from work has that dog. And
Yes.
it saved her at that time. She needed that dog. And so it's interesting to see the things that come about, and especially how animals can save you.
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
rescuing an animal, chances are that animal's rescuing you.
Oh,
For
100%.
Sure. For sure.
And so that's one of the great things about it. So when you look at animals, start looking at them in a different way. They have souls, they have spirits, they are connected, and they're here for you.
Yeah. Everything has energy. So it's a matter of what you're resonating, what you're, sending out into the universe. And a lot of times the universal answer doesn't mean it's on your time, because it's rarely ever on your time.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's one thing.
your helpers get the big picture, whereas you're usually stuck in a little tunnel. You usually have kind of blinders on most of the time, because welcome to being a human, unless you're in your spirit body, and then that's a little bit different story. But
Yeah, that is.
even
So-
we don't get that big picture yet.
Yeah. And since I'm the timekeeper,
Yes.
we're pretty far into this, about 25 minutes. We probably want to wrap it up.
All right.
I know I'm the timekeeper.
Any tips? Any last minute tips? So I'm gonna ask you this question this time. Any last minute tips how to help people better connect with their pet?
Ah, yes.
That's a good
Sit with
question.
them. Sit with them.
Mhm.
I mean, like, sit with them. Look in their eyes. You can see things in their eyes. So when you were like wondering about your pet. Also pay attention to their habits. Like if they all of a sudden are hiding from you, their chances are they're in pain because that's what they do when they're in pain. They hide. So start looking at what their habits are, and when they start doing something different, start paying attention to that because that's usually a clue as to what's going on. So really pay attention to that. Really sit with your animal and bond with it and really try to communicate with it. You'll be surprised what you'd hear.
I love that. That's great tip.
Yeah, it is.
Like
Thank
probably
you.
one of the best.
Yeah.
I'll piggyback on that because it's really beneficial. Like when I get fully present with her and I can actually tap in and kind of have a little conversation. And usually they're little mini, but you know, because animal communication is not one of my specialties, but I can still sometimes pick up on those signals. You know, like right now I can tell she's thirsty and I didn't bring her bowl of water in here. So at the break,
it's time for us
I'm
to
going to go
wrap
get
up.
it. Nickelle, any parting wisdom for you in animals?
No, I was just picturing my dog and how sweet she is and thinking about
She is really sweet.
She is. And Leslie actually did a reading.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And she nailed it. She's never met my dog. And we recently moved, well, not recently now, but about a year ago almost, moved in with my dad. And he was not excited about a dog. And she has been on her very best behavior. And
Because she knows.
But let
She
me tell
knows
you, at
he's
our
not a
old house,
dog
it was
man.
not that way. She was not that way. There was a lot going on there. And so I understand.
Yeah, she was reacting to the chaos.
She was
going
reacting
on.
to the chaos. But here she's
do
like,
that.
no, I know that we're at your dad's.
And I take me out of that environment.
I know
Thank you,
I'm
Mom.
a guest and
Exactly.
I need to behave.
Yeah.
It's funny how they do pick up on all those little things.
Oh,
that you
100%.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess we should wrap it up. So this will be another episode of Mystics Spilling the Tea. We hope to have you join us for our next one.
Follow
And
us, like us, share us.
Oh, yes. And we're going to be putting where you guys can get do readings in the show notes.
Oh, sweet.
So that way,
Ooh, that'll be
Ooh.
awesome
Yes.
in the show notes.
in the show notes.
That's
Wow.
fantastic.
So if you don't know, we're on several platforms now. We're on Apple Podcast, Amazon
iHeartRadio.
Podcast, iHeartRadio Podcast, and Spotify Podcast. So
and YouTube.
and on YouTube
Yeah.
Podcast. So make sure you share this with other people because we really want this podcast to go well and we hope you enjoy it. So we hope to see you in the next one. This is us signing out. So
I'm Ashwani, Southern Fried Psychics.
I'm Leslie Hall, the Purple Rose Psychic,
I'm Nickelle with Rising Digital.
and we are
Mystics
the Mystics
Spilling the
Spilling the
Tea.
Tea.